It's basically a consolidated tool for all of your document management needs when it comes to generating, creating overrides, and then sending those documents to really anybody in the system or outside the system. So it's any kind of documents at any point in time, anywhere that you are on the load, the button is always present, it's always visible, so it's quickly to access. And then you can find contacts in the system or users, and as you find those documents, and you can send them out relatively quickly. We do have, in earlier versions of Revenova, similar functionality where documents can of course be generated and sent out, but they were kind of in different parts of the system, and so a lot of the efforts that we're always after is to make things more streamlined and automated. And so we did have a handful of customers that were saying, hey, we have this documents tab here and this button there, and then we know we can also send it over here. So we were getting kind of indirect feedback that the functionality is there, but it could be better. And so we kind of took all of that feedback and put the lens on it of efficiency. What's the most efficient way to manage this process and be able to generate and send documents as you're doing your day-to-day job. So it was a combination of customer feedback and kind of the Revenova spin and the lens that we took in the approach to the design. As we all know, the name of the game in freight is speed. So the quicker you can get things to people, the better, the faster. And so oftentimes what you'll find, and we hear this a lot from customers, is I need to do things faster. I need quicker access to this, to that, whatever it may be. And document generation, rate confirmations, BOLs are paramount in the freight industry. And so the ability to quickly access the most important documents that are generated for a shipment, it makes it of utmost importance. So a very useful feature that I think, because it's so easy to access, people will be able to work more quickly than they were in prior releases. What I would say is this is kind of our phase one of this new widget. So it does have basically, it has all of the old functionality from the old version of the tool, but we also see a lot of opportunity for automating some of the steps in the process. So in the demos, you'll see that it does require you to choose a particular document that you want to generate, and then you choose the contacts that you want to send the document to. But we think that context-driven actions are something that should be very doable in the near future, wherein, let's say, for example, you have the Freight Quote Assistant open. And so if you're in the FQA, you want to send a rate confirmation. So having those kind of context clues, I think we'll be able to feed those context clues to the widget itself. And when the widget has that context, it'll be able to dynamically render the most used fields or the most used documents such that it'll be even faster. So it's no longer just a one-stop shop tool that does require a user to kind of know what they're looking for. It'll have somewhat of artificial intelligence, if you will, wherein it'll know what the user is trying to go after and be able to generate that document dynamically.